Here comes Bobby Labonte making a charge. Yep, that's the exact installment we just got through watching right here in the man cave on Hulu. Can you believe it? Only 2 more episodes to go. Jeremy Mayfield is next, and I'm never going to fucking forgive EA Sports for leaving him out of NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup. And until I take my last breath, I'll always remember how angry 10-year-old me was when I saw he wasn't in the game, as that was the first fucking thing I noticed. But we're saving that conversation for another day. Before we get into tonight's reaction video, I just want to give a few shout outs to those who appeared in the episode tonight. Good to see you again, Nicole Muñoz, aka the new Vali. Nice to meet you, Liana Liberato. Also nice to meet you, Dylan, Jelena, Melody, and also hell of a job to Mr. Giuntoli. David, you tore that shit up like Terry Labonte, both on and off camera, especially for a character who hopefully will be able to walk again soon. But that's up to DJ Nash, not me. But for now, he's still in a wheelchair and he's coming along strong, has been living it up. And, but that being said, sending a nice big virtual bear hug to Aaron Carpluck. Stuff like this is why I love you. And I think Anna's probably one of my favorite of the newer characters in its storyline. And what I mean by that, shout out Aaron, is you like to blow up my phone like, it's like a jet dryer at Daytona, Translation, you like to blow up my shit like Montoya and the jet dryer, and I'm not fucking complaining because this is why you're one of my favorites, and I can't wait for you to confirm that friend request of mine on Facebook. That way, I basically will have almost every single person from this damn show on my Facebook, and hopefully Nicole's next too, and, all that jazz. But anyway, the Bobby Labonte installment. Let's get into it. I swear to God, first thing I want to get off my chest is when what was Maddox. When Maddox was talking to that random dude in the hall, I would have looked suspicious too, like Rome did, because I thought he was gonna fight him. I thought that was gonna be a bully scene. I thought the kid was gonna make fun of poor Maddox. Rome had to pull a Gary Mendez, from season 2 PTSD of Where the Howards, and but no, he was just a regular student, just being nice and just carrying on. But I thought that was going to be a new bully where we're going to see Rome pull off some booty barker action from The Price is Right. And that's twice I actually thought we were going to see that. What was the other scene? Oh, yeah, when Regina thought somebody was breaking into her home and she had that frying pan that she was going to take to the food truck with Valerie. Oh, my God. And Valley was in there, too. I didn't know Valley was Tyrell's love interest. God damn. But I'm glad they're playing it safe and not, I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but who gives a shit? This is the only way to describe it. I'm surprised, and I'm glad they're taking care of the bodies, but let's say it. I'm surprised, taking good care of the body. What are you waiting for, Mark? Say it. I'm surprised. If you're going to say it the fuck right. I'm glad they're taking care of their bodies. Now go ahead, say it. I'm also glad they're not getting it in, but okay. Jesus, was that so fucking hard? I could not fucking talk worth of shit. And here comes Aaron blowing up my phone some more, like Mike Skinner. Oh my God, I love that. I love that lady. I love Anna Benoit. Oh, but speaking of Anna Benoit, the scene that, they shot with, Anna, Sophie, Amanda, and Kai. I'm loving these new characters. That scene was the definition of powerful. I could not believe it. And to be fair, Sophie organized the meeting for anyone that was open to Peter. I just didn't like how before Sophie stuck up for Anna and said she could be welcome. Not that because, she was all of a sudden part of the friend group because of Eddie. That Kai later found out about at the end. We're going to see that in the Jeremy Mayfield installment this coming Wednesday when we get ready to finish the 2021-2022 television season in style. But before Kai figured that shit out, I'm pretty sure she has a deeper story of Peter that, goes way deeper in a negative manner than Sophie's, what we saw with Sophie last year. I still want to fuck his ass up like Fabrizio Alberto. If it was if I was a character in the show and they like DJ Nash let me be a fictional version of myself where I get to kick Peter's shit in like Ricky Rudd, but worse than what Gary did. But he's dead now, so even if I was on the show as a fictionalized version of me, like a Million Little Things fanfic that I sadly never got to complete, I wouldn't be able to do it because the guy's fucking dead and rotten in hell where he belongs. But I love how before no. I hate how, like, Kai and even Amanda was saying you need to leave, before, because, thinking that, and I'm pretty sure they thought Anna had something to do with the way Peter was hurting those girls. And I know damn well for sure if Layla Gregory was still alive, I know Emily Giannozio acknowledged me when I made her a birthday tribute over the winter on here on YouTube. But I'm pretty sure if Layla had never killed herself and was actually still around, damn well she probably would have been part of that meeting too. It would have been nice to see her there. But Emily Giannozio, shout out to you. Hope you're doing well since, your lone appearance on AMLT last year. And we talk about Layla a lot, both in my episode reviews and in the show itself, in character. But yeah, I just didn't like how the girls tried to exclude Anna. But then I love how Sophie stuck up for her, saying she's part. This is open to any lady. Maybe even he hurt boys too. Sadly, we're not gonna know that. All we know is he hurt a bunch of girls. He probably could hurt boys too, but they're not gonna fucking tell us that shit. But yeah, we're never gonna know that because it probably won't never talk about if you hurt anybody of the opposite gender because he's fucking dead. But I love how Sophie was sticking up for Anna, like, let her be in this because she was hurt by Peter too. And, just because they were married doesn't mean anything went any better with her, between him and her. But, yeah, my Twitter's blowing up right now because one of my favorite NASCAR drivers, so to the new AMLT actors, Nicole included, I'm a big NASCAR fan, and one of my favorite drivers in the Craftsman Truck Series, which, yes, I still say the OG names of the divisions and the OG races, because fuck name changes everything they stand for. John Hunter Nemechek won the Craftsman Truck Series race at Darlington tonight, and my Twitter is blowing up because of the fact that I tweeted, what happened to him tonight proves that the winner interview should go back to victory lane and not be on the fucking front stretch where those kind of interviews need to fucking die and kick rocks. Because stuff like that. Because some drunk fan decided it would be fucking funny to, like, because he or she didn't like John Hunter, to throw a fucking full can of beer at him. Luckily, it missed him and Jamie Little and the NASCAR and Fox production crew. I'm sorry if I'm going off topic and in a million little things. We're going to bring up NASCAR. But I'm telling you why I'm kind of losing my train of thought in the middle of sentences, because my Twitter's going crazy. So they don't. But I'm glad you missed them, but it hit John Hunter's truck. So I hope that the Popo or security or whoever the fuck was guarding that part of the front stretch grandstands found that idiot who did that and banned him for life from NASCAR. And one of my Latino NASCAR friends, who's also a NASCAR fan, is a Suarez fan, and was like me back in the day when I lived in Brook Park in the Sanders House, was a Juan Montoya fan of the 42 when he was in the 42 before Larson was, and then later, now Ty Dillon with the Petties, after Jermaine shut down after 2020 because of COVID. Same thing happened with Daniel Suarez a couple years ago, during the time in this house, the last part of the pre-COVID era of this current life phase of mine. Some drunk idiot threw a beer at Daniel Suarez after the race, but it wasn't on the front straightaway or on the racing surface because he didn't win the race, obviously. But that fan of Martinsville probably had a more power from than one at Darlington tonight, because he threw it all the way from the middle of 1 and 2, and it actually hit Suarez. He was walking down pit lane, and even the Fox cameras caught it as they were interviewing one of the top finishers. Like, stuff like this, man. I can't with the crazies tonight, This stuff, and then, of course, all the fighting that happened on NASCAR Twitter tonight. Ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to educate, Nicole and all the other girls and then this video I mentioned, and, you know who you are, but I already forgot your names. I'll probably rewatch this and remember, but you know who you are. You learned something new about me today. Your new fan, Anthony Oliveris loves NASCAR. But just because, Anna was married to Peter, back on topic, doesn't necessarily mean things went any better with for her either with him. So that's why Sophie allowed her to be in the meeting, not because, she knew her and the fact that they were part of she was part of the friend group because of Eddie, which we're going to find out more about with Kai, in the Jeremy Mayfield installment this coming Wednesday. So, yeah, and they were even nice. Even Amanda was not, and the one girl was nice enough to open up a huge space, a big gigantic space for an even bigger chair to sit, like one of the corner row. I think the top corner or something. I don't fucking know. It was so many different angles of that damn group circle that they were talking in. They were having like a group meeting, and that was a powerful scene. I loved it. Now back to the Regina jump scare with the pan that she was gonna take to the food truck with Valerie. I could have swore. I thought someone was breaking into, I'm not going to lie, and I thought Regina was going to do some Booty Barker action from The Price is Right on some kind of burglar. Turns out Tyrell was playing a fucking prank on her, and oh my god, almost gave her a heart attack. That sounds like something I would do if me and Christina Moses knew each other personally and were in this situation. Like, oh my god, he did it he did it because, it's his foster mom and he loves her. But if you were me in the real life Christina Moses, I'd be doing it for shits and giggles because I love Christina Moses. Me encanta. Oh my god. But I didn't know it was Vali that was the girl he was talking to. And considering since Tyrell's 18, and she's 17, they're lucky this is a show, because if this was real life, that wouldn't be legal for an 18-year-old date a 17-year-old unless, the 17-year-old was close to turning 18, but since it's a show, even though DJ Nash kind of lied about that part, it's all about authenticity. I mean, he's right, but at the same time, this is the part where it's confusing. How is the show all about authenticity, but yet you're allowing, an 18-year-old character, a boy, to date a 17-year-old character that's a girl? Now, if I was in 2012, if I would have tried that, I would be going to prison. It would be a fucking felony if 18-year-old me tried that in 2012 when I was going to Berea High and living in Brook Park in the Sandhurst. I was like, how do you make this shit real, DJ? Please fucking explain that to me. Holy hell. Goes to show you, even the shows with the most authenticity can get away with a lot of shit that people wouldn't be able to get away with in real life. But, wow. Even though, to be fair, I do like it. I do like a girl that's 18 about to be 19 next month. So, in a couple weeks at the bowling alley, like I mentioned, I'm going to tell her how I feel. And if everything all works out, there will be a Michael Waltrip installment of the Mark's Thursday night presentation series. But if there's no episode on that, you'll know why, meaning the reason it backfire. Okay. And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to share on the whole Regina and Tyrell and Valley stuff and Valerie. And I love how Valerie was worried about losing Valley again after just getting right back in her life in the previous episode where they talked things out. And they did the right thing. Tyrell was honest with Regina, and I'm glad he told the truth instead of told a big fat lie. So this just proves that, when you tell the truth the first time, people may not be that happy that you did what you did, even if it's the truth. But since it's the truth, you either not get into as much trouble. You'll get in trouble a little bit, but not as much as you would if you told a big fat lie. Or the people may not be happy, but at least most of the time they'll let you off the hook since you were honest. But yeah, as for Rome's scenes, I'll start with supporting Maddox. I love how they had that how they were talking and shit, and Rome had all those nice words to say for him, and telling him how proud he was. And Dylan, this goes out to you. This goes out to you and your character. What was her name? I forgot. But anyway, their character was talking shit about that one teacher, and Rome overheard it. And honest to God, I know you weren't talking about Maddox. I know your character wasn't talking about Maddox. That I do know. But I'm pretty sure Rome thought that, which is why, Maddox went to hide in the boys' bathroom, and he called Maggie under a fake name, as a fake version of the NFL great Tom Brady. I swear to God, when Claudia tried to hold up the sign saying it's Rome, it's Rome, it's Rome. I thought, Rome was going to break identity and say, no, it's Maggie, it's me, your real life friend Rome. That's what I thought was going to happen. But shockingly, we didn't get it. And then, of course, you have the bully scene. Of course, you have the supporting, Maddox. And, of course, you have the pimple popping shit. I tagged Christina on Facebook when I shared it. My goodness. But what was another thing? Oh, yeah, we got to meet the new, what was Shanice's daughter's name? Oh, shit. What the fuck was it? I have to stop the tape for this. Hold on. Kiana, thank you, Million Little Things Wiki. These wikis on these shows I watch are helpful. I remembered all the girls' names. Nicole, Liana, Jelena, and Dylan. All that NASCAR information was just for you. It was all dedicated to you. And I want to share that. And I want to also dedicate it to Lizzie, since, Sophie is friends with all these girls that are around her age that I would be good friends with in real life with their actresses who play them, because I'm good at going around making friends like that, when I go out in public. And you'll never see me do that with a guy. If you do, it's like a very rare 1% chance I'll do it with a guy. Because most of the time when I'm out there making new friends in public, walking up to random people just to be friendly, because that's how I am now. Because when I was a kid and a teen, I never did this because I was antisocial, wanted to stay in the house and either play my PS1 and 2 all damn day or watch NASCAR every week. Or whenever the Spurs were on national television, to be fair, those were nighttime games anyway. But when they were on the daytime, even though it was fucking winter, and I've always hated winter my whole life, so it wouldn't have mattered. But even when it was playoff time and we were good and we were in the playoffs every year, we had Tim, after, the only year we had washed, the only year we were in the playoffs in the 2000s with Robinson, who was washed up at the time. Even though the 99 to 03 doesn't count because I was really, really little. But, when we were in there in 2005, 2007 when we won the championships, even all the other years we were in the playoffs but never made it, we came up empty-handed, I would not want to go outside and do shit with my people. Because whenever a Spurs playoff game was on in the middle of the day or early on in the evening when people were outside having fun in nice weather, I'd stay inside and watch the game. That's how passionate I was. Especially because we were good back then. I mean, here, I still did it, but at least I also, when we were in the playoffs, when I got here in the second half of the 2014-15 season, but I spent that whole first half in finishing out my time in Brook Park in the Sandhurst house, and then finished that season, getting adjusted into this joint, getting adjusted in this joint, the Ridgeville and the Sandy Ridge house, as we're going to call it, if I ever leave this place one day and go somewhere else to start a new phase. It's only going to count as a completely new phase if if I leave Ridgeville, and I hope that doesn't come anytime soon. But yeah, when I began this phase, the Spurs were in the playoffs, recycling of the same team they had in the 2014 championship, minus Kyle Anderson, who was a rookie. And I don't think he was even in the playoff roster because he had no experience. But the next year when we did Splitter, Bellinelli when he was still good, Aaron Baines, Corey Joseph, and who was the other guy? Jeff Ayers. We did so those five to get LaMarcus Aldridge, and Tim was in his last year, and the last good year Tim Duncan had was 2014-15, and then by 2015-16, he just couldn't do it no more. The good, and he started to go bad, and yet we were still good because we had LaMarcus, and then, of course, the soon-to-be backstabber, nephew, make us that good. It wasn't all Tim because it really wasn't his team no more, but even during that season, and then the next year, the first year we didn't have Tim before the injury bug got us with Tony Parker versus the cheating McDouchebags and Zaza to nephew, and then, David Lee in the wheelchair in game 3, I think it was. Even then, I would still watch the playoff games, if it was in the middle of the day. But if there was enough time after the game and there was no race to, finish up, guess what? I would go outside in the nice weather and make time for my friends after the game. Or if there was a playoff game that night, but and during the warm weather part of the season. But the weather was beautiful before in the middle of the day before the game. I would go outside and play with my friends, and then when the game came on, then when I would run in back here and go watch it. See, I kind of differentiated that. I still wanted to watch the game, but also was being more social. So now, since, I moved into this house and, got out of that antisocial phase of my life, because, which I was antisocial on Lenore. I was antisocial on Sandhurst. West 122nd in any house I lived in Ohio, but in the 90s when I lived in Virginia doesn't count because we don't go back that far when I was really little. So starting when I got here, my New Year's resolution in 2014 going into 2015, start being more social and, making new friends, interacting with other people, and, you might find some best friends, and I found many of them since I got here. I was going out in public to meet people at, new places, and it was paying off, and I'm still doing it now. And this is exactly what I think I would be doing with these actresses from AMLT that appeared on this Bobby Labonte installment that, I mentioned. I would be doing it with them. I'm not sure about the characters because they're all fake people, but the actresses, I think I would be good friends with. It wouldn't be possible without Lizzie Green. I'm sorry. I just hope I'm not catching a bug or something. The thing that my mom had that she was sick with. She's feeling better, but I hope it's not going to me. And it would be, I was just talking about this today. It's even worse to be sick with something like a symptom like a cold, like when the weather's warm than it is when it's cold. At least when it's cold, you can blend in with the winter weather. But if you have a cold in the spring or summer when it's warming up or any kind of sickness like that, it is fucking yucky as hell. But anyway, let's continue talking about the episode. But now we were talking about Kiana. So we got to see the new Kiana. So I hated to see Jada Owens go, kind of like how I hated to see Anthony Bolognese and, Eliza Pass go as Liam and Vali. I ended up trying out Nicole, Mattia Castillo and oh my God, Nicole Muñoz, who I shouted out a lot in this reaction video. I ended up loving them. I tried out, Melody Fishman. I'm sorry. I'll probably rewatch this and, remember your name. But Melody, the new actress for Kiana, I ended up liking her too. See, you never know until you try it. What my mom and dad would tell me when I was growing up a kid and a teen. And guess what? I finally listened to them after being stubborn about it. They were telling me. But it was nice to see, like father, like son. If Eddie's living it up with Anna, we have Theo living it up with Kiana. It was nice of Shanice, Well, first of all, it was good to see Shanice back. And also, it was nice of her to invite Catherine to New York to, show her her new place where she was staying, to her new career. And, gave him a lot of food and treats and, gave him a lot of cool experiences. And she even gave Catherine a gift. And when Catherine got home back to Greta, Catherine logged on to see Shanice came out of the closet, which good for her. But here's the thing I wanted to get into. Based on the commercial for the promo for this Bobby Labonte installment, when we saw Greta talking about Shanice and they were showing the flashback to the Shanice and Catherine kiss, I thought Greta was going to find out about that, and there was probably going to be some Jerry Springer combined with Booty Barker. It was going to be some Jerry Springer and Booty Barker action combined together. But they always want to tease us that way. They're going to make us think in the commercial and promo something crazy is about to go down based on, one of the storylines. But it's like they trick you. None of that shit happens. It's very clever of DJ Nash and his, people behind his crew behind the scenes do that shit. David Giuntoli once again tore it up like Terry Labonte on and off camera, both summoning a character in a wheelchair and a real life person who actually can walk and directing everybody else that was acting by his side. So I'm so glad I was able to catch up on this when I did. I'm a man of my word. So tomorrow I'm most likely not going to watch the Bush series Race at Darlington. So it's back to the messy ass office studio to catch up on the Nickelodeon Thursday night last week that I missed. When we do the Greg Booty Biffle installment of Danger Force and the Ty Dillon installment of Side Hustle, and I got to explain my upcoming schedule to all my friends at work, and they were nice enough to shut the fuck up for 5 minutes and let me tell them the whole thing. So I'm going to tell you guys right now. So tomorrow, Nickelodeon, Booty Biffle, Danger Force, Ty Dillon, Side Hustle. Sunday, it's going to be like normal. The Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 at Darlington Raceway. Monday, we're going to do the Tony Stewart installment of the Goldbergs. We're going to do that. And then, Tuesday, since we're going to be all caught up and, no more Spurs, because no more being stressed out every night by the Spurs. And, we haven't had a Tuesday night show slot all season. And we won't have it for the summer television season, on Disney Channel or any summer shows that we might find, which I know are not going to be ABC, CBS, and Fox, so they take off every summer. Outside of that weird extended season they had that went into early summer when, usually the time off. Because, COVID the year before fucked everything up. So since we'll be free on Tuesday after work, it's going to be 75 degrees, we can go outside and make a banger YouTube video. I don't know what it's going to be, but you'll have to wait and find out. I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to record anything on YouTube worthy right away. But if there's somehow a birthday that needs to be celebrated from any of my favorite shows, I will bring that note too. I'm going to look it up, and if you see a birthday, if you see a video that has like a happy birthday intro or some shit, Ricky Martin saying happy birthday or some spicy intro like we did AJ McCalca's Robbie Gordon 31st, then you'll know it's what you'll be seeing on Tuesday. But if you don't, you'll just see any random video I can think of. And then Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to be the normal shit. Do the penultimate episode of Goldberg's A Million Little Things. I think it's the Elliot Sadler of Goldberg's and Jeremy Mayfield of A Million Little Things. Thursday, I think will be Bobby Labonte, Danger Force, and Larry. Michael Waltrip, Side Hustle. Friday, I'll be headed to my dad's crib because, like I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, my sister's coming back into town 2 weeks after my baby cousin's, first communion. She's coming back into town for something of her own to celebrate a baby shower. Because keep in mind, A Million Little Things, can you actually, keep this, story. That's what some fan, telling a story that, of his own that they're showcasing the show. My sister's having a child, so around the time that she got married in 2019, and that's going to make me a first-time uncle. I'm going to have a niece, so I can't fucking miss that. So therefore, I'm not going to be able to watch the Sunday Kansas race next weekend. So, because Friday I'm leaving I'll tell you why I'm going to my dad's crib instead of, staying here the whole time. The reason why I was able to stay here, no problem, when she was here for my baby cousin's first communion, was because she didn't bring her big dogs that I'm more scared of than any other dog I've encountered in recent memory from family members or friends or neighbors alike. Because because we don't have her around anymore because her husband is stationed in the Navy, so wherever they station him, that's where she lives with him and the dogs. And because I don't go around them much and they're so damn big, I'm scared. So I remember, I think I talked about in last night's video. My dad made the wrong choice by not wanting to take me to stay with him. When we went to South Carolina, my mom and grandparents went to South Carolina to see her house down there at least one time before they packed it up to move to where they're at now, Virginia. And that was not my grandparents' fault. That was not my mom's fault. It's not damn well, it's not my fault. Not even my sister's fault. That's my dad's fault for not wanting to take me, knowing I would be safer with him and his dog because Bo wasn't there at the time. His little dogs, at the time it was just Luna. I would have been safer with Luna there, with my dad than I would have been with my sister's dogs. Guess what? That ended up backfiring. I was trying, but I was so scared to the point where I wasn't used to it. And I even had to lock myself in the one room to hide. And that's why we had to leave the next day because nothing was fucking working. And then of course, my dad tried to blame it on me but the thing is, that really wasn't my fault. I was trying, but at the same time, I chickened out and ran away. So it's not that I did anything malicious or, did anything that was bad. It's just my mom and my grandparents didn't want me to be scared, so that's why we came home the next day. So therefore, I mean, shit happens. I mean, what can you do? That's why my dad learned his lesson and realized what he did wrong last year and is redeeming himself this year by next Friday taking me to his crib to stay with him. Even though, and we are going to the baby shower, I'm going to be going with him and his group rather than the group I'm like signed in with my mom and grandparents. So therefore, Friday I'll be at his crib, and then Saturday I'll be at his crib too. Sunday's the bridal shower, and I won't be able to watch, Candace. Monday she goes back home, and therefore a week most likely we'll have to miss work. But I'm gonna figure that out sooner than later when the time gets close. And then by next Tuesday until my other cousin Madi sells what let's put it this way. And so after my sister's baby shower is over, and of course while we're helping my mom get a new Twitter all together, until my dad's nephew's wife's sister's wedding, it's free game. It is free fucking game. And we're gonna, of course, have some outdoor time on that coming Tuesday. And then, finish off Goldberg's A Million Little Things with the Wood Button and Tony Stewart installments of those. I think by next week we'll be at the Jeremy Mayfield and Booty Biffle Jeremy Mayfield installment of Danger Force and Booty Biffle of Side Hustle. And I think that might be one of the... Oh, yeah, wait a second. I forgot. We got the Bill Elliott installment of Welcome to Flash this coming Thursday, but day before my sister comes in town, I go to my dad's crib. Yeah, I forgot about Flash. And then, of course, after the episodes I mentioned of Danger Force and Side Hustle, we have the Johnny Benson installment of Flash. So, yeah, and then, and of course, we also, don't forget, Haley at the bowling alley. First of hopefully two opportunities, and maybe one if everything goes right the first time. Or, but I only get one shot because if something goes wrong that next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday, something goes wrong, then it's not going to be worth it. At least I'm going to try. But, at least I tried, but you never know, the fact that I have not been scheduled at the bowling alley for quite a while, and even when I was the one time and I was put on the opposite side of learning farm, it was like with the lead up tomorrow. It was like the Margaret lead up. I mean, it was just God's way of telling me, no, Mark. It's like he's not telling me no because he doesn't want me to be happy with a girl I'm attracted to. It's because he just feels like it's not time yet. Like, it's basically his way of saying, the way he's telling me no, like he did with Margaret during the lead up. It's not that he says, no, I don't want you to be happy with the girl. It's like, no, that's not time yet. Like, no, not yet. That's his way of saying not yet. So therefore, we got that on our chest. And then of course, did I say Booty? No, Jeremy Mayfield, Danger Force, Booty Biffle, Side Hustle. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little crazy. I'm trying to tell you all my schedule this long. And of course, I think Johnny Benson of Flash. Johnny Benson of Flash will be then. And then, of course, Friday, I'm pretty sure it's going to be fucking warm by then. Because don't forget, that coming Saturday will be episode 3 of Poker Game Night. Because, I won't even, I won't be able to watch the All-Star race either way. And even if I wasn't going to poker, I wasn't going to fucking watch that because fuck Texas Motor Speedway and everything it fucking stands for. So, yeah, so we got that. And then, of course, so therefore, I think after my sister's baby shower, the week after that, the Friday before the All-Star race and the day after the All-Star race, it'll probably be fucking warm outside by then. And, A Million Little Things and Goldbergs will be done by then. So expect some Friday and Sunday bangers, the weekend of the All-Star race. But let's get the fuck out of here, shall we? I'm sorry if I've been talking for so goddamn long, but have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. You can't deport a dream. And sometimes the worst things in life lead to the best things. So take care, everyone. Good night. And once again, see you all tomorrow when I redo the reaction video for the Booty Biffle installment of Danger Force and the Ty Dillon installment of Side Hustle that we missed last week. And then, of course, Carolina Dodgers do this for on Sunday. And on Monday, we're going to do The Tony Stewart installment of Goldberg's on Tuesday. A possible warm weather banger, whatever it might be, a birthday tribute, or just a random video. I don't fucking know. But see you later, everyone. Love each other.
That's my boy.